concentrate on Fingerpower Level 1, exercises 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. This is for late elementary level students, students that have perhaps had piano lessons for a year or two. Every student's development is a little bit different. So let's dive right in. Number 25 it's triads. It's blocked and broken chords. So 25 and 26 look very, very similar. Your left hand in number 25 is playing white key triads. Triad, if you're not familiar already, is a 3-note chord, just like a triangle is a 3-sided shape. Okay? The right hand in exercise 25 is playing broken chords. So it's doing exactly the same thing as the left hand, but playing one note at a time. That's the difference between a broken chord, think of the notes as all falling apart, all being broken apart, and a block chord is when they're played all together. So I'm going to play number 25. So I finished ascending, I finished going up. Now I continue the pattern coming down to the left in reverse. If you're following along with music, I would like to point out that at the bottom of the page, there's a special assignment. I strongly encourage students to try practicing all of these etudes in different keys. Since all of them are written in the key of C major, that covers all of the white keys of the piano, that's sort of your first step. After that, you can try transposing or starting in a different position. G major, the only adjustment you have to make there is whenever you play an F, that doesn't sound right. That's not in the key of G major. F's all become F sharp. And so on. Number 26 is the same pattern. We're just switching which hand has the block chord. In this case, it's the right hand. And which hand has the broken chord, which is the left hand. Sometimes going down is a little trickier than going up. We are used to playing up to the right with our fingers moving in this direction. Sometimes when we change directions, this can happen where our fingers want to move simultaneously. So just watch out for that. Number 27 now involves the same chords, but all of them broken apart. This is what an arpeggio is, broken chords. Arpeggio is the Italian word for harp. So if you've ever heard a harp play, that's very much the style. So this is what an arpeggio is. So now the left hand, right hand, broken chords. Exercise that you can transpose to another key. For example, F major. One flat is always B flat. Number 28 28 is the massive triad etude. I love the title of this exercise. It sounds like something that's so bombastic and exciting. And truly, it's exciting to listen to and kind of fun to play. I feel like a pianist. For just a moment. All of these exercises have metronome markings and they all have dynamic levels. Most of them are forte. The purpose of playing them forte is to develop strong, firm fingertips. But be careful that you're not tensing up your arms like this, gripping with all of your might. That will cause tension, that will cause a brittle sound at the piano, and you're also likely to feel really uncomfortable when you're finished. So the massive triad etude is a lot of fun to play. Focus on, when you're first doing it, slow, deliberate movements so that you can get your hands crossed. It should look very graceful. And even if you're not graceful, you can pretend to be. Finally, number 29, the Grand Arpeggio Etude, also a very impressive title, takes the massive triad etude and breaks it all apart. So we begin on low C. And we break all of the chords apart. Possible pitfalls with both this and the previous exercises. Knowing where to place your hands, especially if you are somewhat of a beginner. Since all of these exercises are written in the key of C major, I've gone ahead and marked 5 C's. I started with middle C, which is usually the easiest one for students to find. But if you're struggling to find a C, look for a 2 black key group. Next white key down to the left is C, and that's the case for all of them. So I have marked 5 C's. Middle, 3 spaces up C in the treble clef, 2 ledger lines up in the treble clef, high C. Then for the left hand, 3 spaces down C, bass clef, 2 ledger lines down, bass clef, left hand. So orientation is kind of important with this. So let's say that you've got, all right, I know where I'm going. How do I get to my next chord? Well, since we've already practiced the block chord, those movements should be very familiar. You can always go back to the music alphabet. And in this case, C, D, E, F, G, A, starting over with, all right, and it's just like stepping up a ladder. And that's the bottom note of every chord. That's the first note that each hand is going to play. Let me know if you have questions in the comments. Good luck, and I look forward to hearing your renditions of the massive triad etude and the grand arpeggio etude.